Step inside the vibe, welcome to the flow. From the mind of Lil Joe, where the stories grow. Laid back wisdom, smooth as Sunday brunch. A live authority hits you with the punch. Lil Joe's mind, a maze of gold. From jokes to truth, stories untold. Pull up a chair, let the convo roll. It's the mind of Lil Joe, feeding your soul. Talking about the world from the wild to the mild. Every topic on the table, thoughts free and wild. Chill like a summer breeze, groove so divine. From the cosmos to the corner, all intertwined. Retro funk with a lo-fi sway. Chill rap waves, let the podcast sing. Wisdom laced in humor, truths in disguise. Lil Joe dropping gems, open up your eyes. From late night laughs to early morning rants. Philosophies dance while the rhythm enchants. Relax, kick back, it's the vibe we sow. Straight from the mind of Lil Joe, let's go. Lil Joe's mind, a maze of gold. From jokes to truth, stories untold. Pull up a chair, let the convo roll. It's the mind of Lil Joe, feeding your soul, feeding your soul.
The Exchange Club Family Center is here to help parents learn how to provide a safe and healthy, nurturing home environment. If you would like to be a part of the program and live in Nassau, Baker, or Clay counties, please go to the Exchange Club Family Center website at exchangeclubfamilycenter.com. Or if you'd like to become a member of the Exchange Club here in Jacksonville, please also go to our website again at exchangeclubfamilycenter.com.
What happens when your story is too small for the big networks? When your message matters, but you can't afford the spotlight. That's where Purpose-Inspired TV steps in. We're the bridge between the haves and have-nots, covering the events and voices others ignore. Available on Roku and Fire TV, we make professional streaming affordable for everyone. Your purpose deserves a platform. Join Purpose-Inspired TV.
Did you know, only a few years ago, getting on TV was almost impossible for small businesses? Today, everything's changed. Now real access belongs to everyone. For decades, it took deep pockets to get your message on TV or radio. The big companies had all the power, leaving everyday people and businesses out in the cold, but not anymore. At Purpose-Inspired TV, we believe everyone deserves a voice. We make it easy and affordable to put your content on platforms like Roku and Fire TV. No huge budgets, no tech headaches, just a clear path to reaching millions. We're not just another tech company. We're your bridge to new opportunities. Whether you're a business, an organization, or a dreamer with a message, this is your moment, so why not take that next step? Purpose-Inspired TV, access to the world for everyone.
All right, all right, all right. What's up, everybody? I pray everybody's doing well. A little bit kind of dark, a little bit dark. It's almost here. Well, it is here some places. Happy New Year to certain places on the other side of the world. I got some friends over in the Philippines, friends over in the continent of Africa. Happy New Year to you. Some people say Happy New Year's. I say Happy New Year's, a new year. So we just got a couple of more hours left here. And I just wanted to go live at least one more time before the year ended. Um, so, have you guys made some New Year's resolutions? Have you made any resolutions? So today, as I was thinking, what should I talk about? Um, I was thinking the usual. What do you need to leave in the, leave in the year and don't take it to the next year? So that's what I'm gonna be talking about. Stuff from A to Z. What we need to leave in 2025. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started because this is the night. This is the night. Time to say goodbye. So we're gonna start. Close my door here. Get a little swig before I get clear my throat. Are you? Ooh, sorry. But like, okay, let me get back, get myself together. Sorry, I was having some technical difficulties, but we got it together. Know how it is. Um, so like I said, we can get started. A to Z. What do you need to leave behind? I know some of y'all can just think about what you need. What do you do not want to take um, to the new year? The new year is it's kind of like back in the old days, like a wine bottle. You put new wine in the new wine bottle. It was made out of uh, the bladder of a particular animal. And then as they put different things in it, especially wine, the bottle stretches because it was made out of skin. But then it stretches, and then when you put new wine in that old bottle, it can't take that stretch. It can't take it, and it busts. So that's why you got to put new wine in new bottles. So we're going to go into a new year, and you're going to stretch. You're going to change, so you're not going to stay in that same old position. All right. You ready? You ready? Okay, let's get started. Letter A. Letter A is gonna be assumptions. We are leaving assumptions in 2025. Yes, we are. Assuming it causes problems. Y'all know the statement. Assumption causes uh how can I say this the right way? It makes you and him or you and her both look like a jackass for assuming. So we're not going to assume. Um, we're going to try to make stuff clear. If you don't understand something, or see, a lot of times we think somebody's thinking the same way we are, and it causes a lot of confusions and conflicts. And that's what that assuming is. I assume that you was going to turn left, but the person they turn right. So you assumed it, and a lot of times we have the opportunity to speak up and say something, but we don't. We rely on our assumption, and then it, like I said, causes a problem. So if you're not 100% sure, let's not lean on assumption, especially if you've been with someone, you know that person a long time, and don't be, they don't, they don't get stuff, do stuff the way that you want them to do. So there's no need for you to assume, or if you have never had that person in that particular situation before. They've never been in that situation before. I think this is a good example. Just popped in my head. Uh, yeah, I think yeah. Let's just say it's a good example. Yeah, it's a good example. One day, I think when I first moved here to Florida, I had bought a brand new refrigerator, and I needed somebody to take it to my house. So I had a friend of mine. He had a pickup truck. Everybody with a pickup truck, they get asked to do stuff, asked to move stuff. So I bought it. I think I bought it at the exchange. We loaded up on the back of the pickup truck. So he was going to be following me to take it to my house. So we're driving down Atlantic Boulevard, and the light was yellow. So we had to make a decision. So I assumed is it might not be a best example, but it's kind of it's an example. I assumed that he wasn't going to catch the light. Well, I guess he wasn't going to catch the light, and I assumed that he wasn't going to hit the gas and go through the light, and we would have got this. We wouldn't have got caught. We would have um, lost each other. I'm not even sure if we had cell phones, but irregardless, as I'm thinking, I'm seeing the light about to change. I assumed that he was going to miss the light, so I decided to hit the brakes. Well, he's behind me, and he see the light about to turn red, and he assumed that I wasn't going to catch the light, so he hit the gas. So you see, our two assumptions didn't match up. So as I'm hitting the brakes to not go through the light, he's hitting the gas. But thankfully, it was enough space that he didn't rear end me. But it was real close. It was real close to him running right into the back of me because we both assumed the opposite. So you can see how you can have crashes in different relationships by assuming the wrong thing. If it's not clarified, if you don't know 100% sure if that person is thinking the same way that you are, or if they haven't, you know, presented that to you in the past, there's no reason for you to assume. Now, if you already asked them, if they already did it 100 times, and you done seen them do it 100 times over and over again, of course, yes, you got every right to assume that they're going to continue to do it the same way. But that's another one when you already know they're going to do it, so there's no need to keep on bugging the person. Yeah, I'm not going to assume that but I already did it 100 times. I know how to do it. I'm going to continue to do it, but I'm not going to assume. So every single time you're going to ask me. See, now that's overkill. But I can't, and I'm gonna spend enough time on this first one. All right, so you get it. So we're gonna leave assumption. We are going to make sure everything is clear. Next one is being late. This don't apply to everybody. What a pastor would say, on time is late and early is on time. So yeah, just try to not try, do it. If you're the type of person that's late a lot of times, you know, you know what to do to be there on time. And the best thing to do is plan to be early instead of trying to be there on time, plan to be there early, and more than likely you probably get there on time. I used to do some of my jobs. I do some of my production jobs. I like to leave, get to the location early enough to be able. What if I left something or need to go get something? So enough time to actually go there, actually go all the way back, and then back to the venue again. I know everybody can't do that all the time, but if something that you are really getting paid to do, or it's very important that you make sure you have everything in place, just in case you left something, you're doing a catering job or something, and you left something, you need plenty of time to, make sure that you do your business. So we're gonna be doing great business. So that's a good B. We can be about our business this year. Okay, moving on. Number C, letter C, cussing. I know this don't apply to everybody. So what's in you gonna come out of you? What's in you gonna come out? A lot of people say, I can be a good person, I can be a good Christian and still cuss. Cursings and blessings don't come out the same vessel. So I'm gonna leave it right there. Let you think about that. Uh, that's still between you and the Lord, you and your God. That's between you two, but it's still what's coming out is what's in you. So if you got a whole lot of profane words coming out, it's really reflecting the spiritual that's inside of it. Moving on, number D, letter D. Keep saying number. Letter D. Yeah, and this don't pertain to many people. Don't even pertain to me. But I say drinking. A lot of people have a drinking problem, alcohol problem, and even other maybe substances that they may be addicted to. And then this drinking is may not even only be alcohol. It could be the sodas. One of the biggest contributor to problems in people's bodies is consuming a lot of different carbonated drinks and different things. So if you got that issue, take heed. Go ahead and work on your drinking issue. So we're going to be doing better this year, drinking less. So going on to letter E. E. Y'all know what E stands for. Eating. So I'm talking about the overeating. So especially some people, they want to lose weight. They're doing everything they can to lose weight, but they're not cutting back on the input of what's going on in their mouth. That's the first place to start. People are taking pills, going to get surgery, and going to get fat sucked out. They're doing everything they can except for stopping, cutting back on what's going in. Even they're getting shots. So yeah, let's try all the different shortcuts that we can do to lose weight, except for the thing that's causing it. Two things: too much going in, and the unhealthy going in. So 2026, we are going to eat healthy, eat more healthy, eat less unhealthy, eat less and cut back. All right, moving on. The letter F. I know this is a funny one here. I put 50-50. We've been talking about this 50-50 thing for a while. So let's leave this in 2025. Let's don't take this 50-50 mindset. So this is, if some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about with the 50-50, it's a lot of people that's dating, may even be married, but I think it's mostly people dating. And I think a lot of women, it's a big issue with them saying, well, I get, yeah, some men feeling that, I kind of like got off track trying to figure out which direction I'm gonna go with this thing. So 50-50 is basically they equal, they equal in the relationship. They pay equally. So if they are living together, they split everything. Or if they go out to eat, they split everything. So a lot of men in my generation, especially going out or dating, we have the assumption, it's more than assumption. I think it's some part of chivalry to we've considered that as being the man, as especially let's say you're you going out you just let's say, all right, just met. If you just met a woman and you're going out for the first time, most men I know, maybe the younger generation may change that, most men I know are already planning. What in the world? That's the second time these explosions going on around here. I don't know if y'all heard that. That's crazy. Woo. Okay. I think a lot of men from our generation, they intend and plan on um, paying. You know, they plan on being the ones that pick up the young lady. They're the ones that plan on paying for the dinner and the dessert or whatever. But at the same time, they do, well, some, I don't know, whatever I talk about is still some. It's not 100, nothing I ever say is 100% everybody. So can I get that, put that in the record? Nothing that I ever say means 100% everybody. Because every time, if I could, it could be 999.9999 people do it. Somebody get online with that 0.001 and say, see what I found? That's not true what you said. Y'all know those type of people. I think we need to lead them back in 2025 too. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So a lot of the mindset, the men, we already look to take care of everything, but some men do look for something in return. Maybe, especially, I'm talking about somebody where you just met. Maybe she offers to leave a tip. Ladies, you don't have to leave the tip, but well, I guess if you say you're going to do it, most men, going back to the most men in my generation, all they look for you to do is offer. I'm talking about when y'all new just met, just going to go out. You offer, just offer to do something. Offer to leave a tip. He probably going to say no, don't worry about it. But then y'all get ready, go to the movies. Offers to pay for the movies. I mean, not he'll pay for the tickets. Offer to buy the popcorn. He may say no. And then if y'all go get ice cream, offer to pay ice cream. But then if you insist, okay, he might just say the third time, all right, I'll let you buy ice cream. That's going to raise you up so high on his level of she's a keeper than uh, pay for everything. You know, I got stories for days. Remember going out with somebody, I met this girl. Um, she was a photographer. I guess if I say her other job, um, people might, I don't know. Well, she was a celebrity photographer, and it was another high profile job that she did down in Miami. So she was rolling. She had plenty of money, way more money than I had. But I was, wasn't intimidated by that. So we met online, and we planned. I went down and spent the weekend down in Miami to go hang out with her. But anyway, long story short, we decided to go eat um, um, in South Beach. Oh man, that chick was so ew. She was so picky, man. Then we went to went to this fancy. It was an expensive restaurant, and I'm sitting there. Oh Lord, how much this thing gonna cost? Oh my goodness, what's it gonna cost? But anyway, so whatever she got, I was gonna pay for it. So I had the little modest meal, whatever I ordered, and she ordered something. Man, this thing, they make these fancy plates, so it was it was about this tall, all pieced together, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I know this thing is expensive, and it had some particular fish in it. So I know they took a while to fix. So she complained about how long it took, and and then as we was talking, she was talking about all the money that she has and all the trips, all the places around the world that she's been, and all the famous people and all this. And I was like, okay, so I'm thinking like a little bit out of my league, but okay. But when the food came out, she just took a teeny little pinch and tasted the fish. Oh no, that fish ain't right. She was complaining so much. They made a big, tall, beautiful thing, and she fussed and complained about it so much and sent it back. And then she like, pretty much, y'all can't cook, y'all ain't no good, and blah 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 blah. Just bring me some fries. And I'm sitting there giggling inside. I was like, yeah, all I gotta do is pay for some fries instead of that expensive thing. But I was learning, what type of person she was. So we went to the movies. I paid for the movies. Like I said, and then popcorn and drink. She just put all the stuff that she wanted. Okay, I got everything that she asked for. Then we left the movies. I don't know if the same day or the next day we went and got ice cream or something. I paid. So I was fine with paying for everything, but you're bragging about how much money you got and you wouldn't buy an ice cream cone. You don't or you didn't even offer to buy ice cream cone. So anyway, I left Miami. That's all I left. I left that behind. So, but yeah, I done got all off track. But relationships, we can't really say what goes on in people's marriages. But yeah, people do different things on how their marriages go. But far as the 50-50, if that works, especially if you're dating, if that works, it works. But it's some women, I think where the issue came from, where it started from, it's a lot of women that's that feel uh, what's that word? Come on, brain. That they're entitled. They feel entitled. They feel entitled. They feel like the men's supposed to cater and pay for everything, and not only. that they have multiple. I've seen videos of, oh, if you don't give me what I asked for, I got two more guys lined up to do what I asked them to do. So it's a lot of women like that playing men. It is some men that get money from women, and I wrote an article in this woman's magazine. I think it was last year, year before last. I wrote this article about Valentine's. Like, women, get ready for these jokers. They can be around tax time, but don't be around Valentine. They'll be around tax time, but they won't be around Valentine. I forgot the article. I need to find that thing. It was funny. Yeah, just a warning to women, showing some of the single women and getting their tax return checks. I said, yeah, that man will be around tax time, but Valentine's ghost. So take heed. But yeah, it's still different relationships. But like I said, I think where it started from, a lot of women are looking. I've seen a couple of videos where women are getting their nails done, so they don't pay for their nails, or invited a guy out. Not he. They was gonna go out, but she asked him to come by the nail shop, and she wanted him to pay a couple of $100 for uh, the nails. And it's not, ain't nobody listening, nobody looking. I just It's something. I keep on getting thrown off track. Somebody, how can I say this? We got the big discussion about I'm going way left field, going the wrong direction. We're going left field about interracial marriages and interracial couples and different things like that. And people, a lot of women, black women, hey, why them black men keep on going to them white women? Them black men going to them white women. Why don't they keep us in the Queens? And I heard it through the grapevine. It's not the case for everything. Like I said, it's not always, it's not all of them. Um, some of these guys are saying the black women are too expensive with the extra curriculum stuff. Like the hair. Like, let's say woman of color, hey, I want $500, $7,000 to get my hair done. How much is the white girl asking? Nothing. I'm just gonna go back in the back and wash it, condition it, my hair is done. She's not asking for $100, $200 a month for her hair. And then the nails, the women of color asking for $400, $500 to get the nails and the toes done. And the white girl, sorry, not trying to be disrespectful, but the white girl is not paying anything or very little for her nails. So now, and a few other things, it's like they're saying it's cheaper with the white girl because the white girl is not asking for money for the hair, not asking for nails, not asking for toes, not asking for a lot of stuff that the women of color are asking for. So it's not that they trying to leave the black women. They saying it's cheaper to go to the white girl because she's not asking for all that stuff. I'm just Don't shoot me. I'm just saying that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Just heard that. And then I saw. I keep going to the left field, boy. Oh man, where was I at? I was we was in New York. I was on the ferry. That's what I was. I was on the ferry. And it was, I don't know how much, couple hundred people on the ferry, and I'm just observing because we rode the ferry over to Staten Island, stayed there for a little bit, and then turn around and caught the ferry back. I don't know if y'all didn't know that. That's a free ferry. That if you go to New York, get a free ride on the ferry. So got on the ferry. As I'm observing the people, I'm seeing all different types of people and everything. I see Asians, white folks, and black folks. Looking at the Asians, they got their hair. Ain't nothing done to it. It's just whatever they was born with, that's what they got on their head. Majority of them. So they don't have to pay for their hair. Their nails, majority of them, they sell nails and do nails, but their nails are not done. Then I looked at a whole bunch of the white women, same thing. I mean, a large percentage of them, I don't know, what is it? I'm guessing to say 90% just had their regular hair. It just nothing that's just washing whatever they was born with. That's what they had, and most of them didn't have the nails. So I was up here calculating. I'm like, look at all this money that the Asians, or yeah, the Asians are not paying into hair and nails and stuff, and then the white folks are not paying for the hair and nails. I'm like, look how much money it is that they're spending on hair and nails. But I'm not saying don't do it, but we giving all that money to them. They're not using their money on that. So they're basically getting, I'm gonna say they're getting our money for nails, getting our money for hair, getting our money for certain things, and then they're not even using that money. They're not putting those hundreds of dollars into their nails. So that's hundreds of dollars a month that they get to reinvest back into themselves. They get to reinvest in their business. And then the hair, like all the money that we spend on hair, hundreds of dollars, they're not spending hundreds of dollars. They're reinvesting that money too. So now they got businesses and everything. I know I'm oversimplifying it. I say I've just observed it. And I shouldn't, I'm here. I'm just on the letter F. I got to get to moving, be a new year. All right, moving on. Just stuff that y'all think about. G, 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 gossip. And what sometimes we are calling venting. I just need to vent. I just need to vent. Sometimes that's just really another code word for gossip. So we're gonna be leaving gossiping in 2025. Moving on, we're going to H, hate. We got to leave hate. There's so much hate and hate speech and hate following, um, just consuming or watching people's content to get mad and get fussing. Like I'm with some people, like right with me. I had some people mad at me. Some of my videos and saying I'm lying about stuff and angry. I'm like, why are you so angry? I'm not trying to do anything to hurt nobody. I'm here just trying to, one, tell the truth, and two, help people become better or help people be more educated. I'm not here trying to harm nobody. So if I see somebody kick a dog and I say I saw the man kick the dog, why you get mad at me for saying I saw the man kick the dog? I mean, come on. And they get on the page and fussing and cussing about me saying that I saw the man kick the dog, then calling me a liar and I hate America because just said he kicked the dog. What the world? What no? Okay. All right, moving on. Here we go. I. We can't leave AI. AI coming with us, but we gotta leave the other eye. The I. I can't mentality. I'm defeated. I can't do it. We are leaving the I can't. Not only that, we're gonna leave some of these I don't knows too. We have so much power, so much information. Look at this. So much information at our fingertips. So it should be less and less times of us saying, I don't know something. My mama used to tell me, like, as a how you spell a word? How do you spell Mississippi? Hey, mom, I'm writing this down. How you spell Mississippi? Look it up in the dictionary. That's what she used to say. Look it up in the dictionary. I was like, now, how in the ham and cheese am I going to find a word in the dictionary when I don't know how to spell the word? Well, guess what I was doing? I had to go sit down with that dictionary and go look up the word. She made me sit there and look the words up if I didn't know how to spell it. Tell you the truth, it helped a little bit. I still have problems spelling. Y'all American with these English words don't make no sense. It confuses some of the foreigners like, what in the world? This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. We got silent letters. Why we got a silent? What's the point of silent letters? What's the point? Or that's never mind. Never mind. All right, because we're leaving. I can't. Leaving I can't in 2025. Now we made it to J. J, judgment without relationship. Judgment without relationship. Condemning people that you don't know or don't know anything about. So a lot of people say, you can't judge me. The Bible tells me you can't judge me. That's not what the Bible says. What? Nope, that's not what the Bible says. The Bible teaches us how to judge. We are supposed to judge, especially God's people are supposed to judge. And before you get started, I see y'all picking up bricks and you're throwing at me. I see it already. It's a difference between being judgmental and judging. So the Bible tells us not to be judgmental, but we are to judge. But the way the Bible tells us how to judge is basically saying, I, the I, can't say anything to you about, do I have any props in here? I ain't got no props. Let's do this. I can't say anything to you. Oh, I did it backwards. I can't say anything to you about having a pen. This is a little twig. And I can't say anything to you about a little stick in your eye until I got the big log out of my eye. You see, that's what the Bible says. Before I can come and talk to you about this, I need to take care of this in my life. So now when I take care of this in my life, I ain't got myself straight. Now I'm able to educate and train, mentor, help people become a better person. I can only do that when I get this out of my eye. I've done learned what to do. Now I can come and talk to you about that if that's causing issues in your life. That's it. So a lot of people feel like um, you driving reckless through life, about to run off the road, and somebody don't have nothing in their eye. They just see you reckless, about to run off the road, and trying to give you some correction, and all their response, you can't judge me. The Bible said you can't judge me. You can't judge me. Yes, the Bible does. I, you need to judge me now. I'd rather you and you and you to judge me while I'm here on earth than to you not to judge me, and then I get stand before the Lord, and then I get judged then. It's too late to try to get some corrections now. I need y'all to judge me, help me get some corrections now, so I'll be right before I stand in front of the Lord. So yeah, I need you to judge me. Moving right along. K, keyboard courage. What is keyboard courage? Uh, these different people that get behind this keyboard saying all this stuff. Saying this about this person, saying this about that. You ain't no good. You this and you that and da. And in real life, hey, what are you talking about? All that stuff that you said online. Well, wasn't me. No, that was you. You just y'all saw a story with a lady. I don't know how far she drove. She drove several hours and walked up to the man's house because he was doing this stuff. They doing all that, talking all that jazz, but then in real life, you ain't got nothing to say. We leaving that. We leaving that in 2025. We don't need all that. But that's another way people try to, when people attack people. So we know that already. But so now we got another way, even like we got a name for it, cyberbullying. Yeah, we leaving that. No, we don't need to take that with us. Here we go. Moving to L. L. Can y'all guess what L is? No, you can't guess what. It really goes back to the first letter, but I need to move it down. I need to get that first in there, so I need to put this back in here again. So, lack of accountability. There you go. See how I move A all the way down to L? Lack of accountability. Blaming people, other people, this and that. Just when we do something, I'm not even talking about, um, we could talk about what happened in the past, what somebody did to you. Um, but let's say we hear a lot of these different stories of it's sad, but some people they get caught for causing harm to people, and they say it's the reason why I did it because my mama did this and that, my daddy did that, and that's lack of accountability. Do you know how many? So you saying you had to cause harm to people because of what happened to you as a child? Do you know how many more millions of people the same thing or worse things happen to them, and they're not going out there. They still hold themselves accountable, but a lot of people don't do that. They okay, well, this happened to me, that happened to me, so I can go do this and I can act buck wild like I want to. Nope, we are leaving lack of accountability for everybody, even in relationships. We are leaving lack of accountability in 2025. And I got this in the wrong place. I'm supposed to be in T. Um, man, I got this. I'm gonna come back. I gotta skip over it. I messed up. I gotta come back to M. Um, we're going to N, negativity. So a lot of people love being negative. Then you see them, you try to, some people are like, ain't no negativity. No, ain't no negativity. And them the ones that's bringing the negativity. Like, how in the world you talking about ain't gonna be no negativity and blah, blah, blah. And you the one. Ain't nobody else bringing no negativity. I'm the one that's talking about they don't want no negativity. So, but a lot of people, they feel comfortable. They like negative. It feels good to be negative. So we're gonna encourage everybody to be positive and speak positive and talk positive um, in 2025. So I say I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just do since I messed up. I'm gonna say mouth or mouthy people. Let's leave mouthy people. Leave your mouthiness back home, especially kids, children, young folks. You got a lot of mouth running your mouth. We need to leave that in 2025. You know, the mama's slapping your lip off or slapping the taste off your mouth. Sometimes that's the only way to leave it in the previous year. You know, that's child abuse and that's abuse. Okay, we went through a whole lot of stuff, but it made us better people. It made us men and women by not going through anything. And now you got you a mouthy child and you doing nothing about it. And next thing you can't do nothing about it. Now the teachers can't do nothing about it. Now the authorities can't do nothing about it. Why? Because when they was younger, when that taste needed to leave their mouth, you ain't do nothing about it. You just let it grow. So kids are just doing what they're allowed to do until they get stopped. That's it. They push, especially young kids, they push their boundaries as far as they can go. And then some people don't have any boundaries, so they can go do whatever. But when they get in the real world, there's boundaries. So they are totally confused. Growing up, there's no boundaries. Nothing. Nothing stopped me. My mama didn't stop me. Dad didn't stop me. People didn't stop me. I did whatever I wanted to do. And now I'm in the real world. The popo in the environment is stopping them. And they don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle it. So we're leaving mouthiness in 2020, 2025. Crazy, these years are flying by. All right, we made it to O. O. Woo. And I think this one hit me. Overworking. So overworking, but more than overworking without a purpose. So a lot of people are really working hard, really busy, but are you producing anything? Is it for a purpose? Some people just out there, some people do it for show or doing acting busy or looking busy, or working. They say they're working hard, but what's the purpose behind it? So overworking and getting wore out, and doing the wrong thing, something that's not even your purpose, is not even what you're supposed to be doing. It's time to cut it out. All right, time to cut it out. If it's not necessary, cut it out. Now we're on to P, politics as identity. So this thing got carried away. You know, people in other countries think we're crazy, and I agree with them. Where our um, and I still I hate to talk about a particular party. I want to make this political, but yeah, I remember not too long ago, it was really no big deal if you're a Democrat or Republican. All right, I'm a Republican. Okay, I'm a Democrat. Okay, who cares? No problem. And then you could, and you could vote for whoever you wanted to. That was that was me. I voted for Democrats and I voted for Republicans. I voted for whoever I wanted to, and I didn't feel like my life was threatened. Didn't feel like somebody was going to beat me up. I might have had some. Um, I've had some. What I'm trying to say. At some of the dinner tables, you voted for who? Why did you vote for? And we had some decent conversations. No, life didn't feel threatened. I felt a little bit nervous to tell them I voted for that particular person some years ago. Um, but it was still a safer time. So now the politics has become, it's just vile. I mean, it's crazy. Um, so now it's like people want to unalive you just because of your party affiliation. What? And again, it shouldn't even matter what you're American, so you are not your party. You are an American, but the politicians has done got it in people's brains to make you hate the other party. You know, one party's doing that way more than the other one. You're supposed to hate that. You're supposed to hate all those people. They hate America. They hate this and they hate that and they hate. So they all this in their mind in that party. They're consuming it and they believe it. They believe that they're the only ones that love America. They believe they're the only ones that love God. They believe they're the only one that's righteous. And they believe the other side is the devil. But it's gotten so bad where there's pastors, I mean little pastors, teaching that in their pulpit. I mean, it's supposed to be preaching the gospel, but they're preaching to hate the other political party when a political party shouldn't even made it into that church. But these are the times that we're in. So the only way to change it, we one by one, we have to change that. So if you got in your mind that the other party hates America, like I made a post, I made a video about it. If you believe that, if somebody tells you that that person is a liar, and I'm gonna continue to say that. If somebody continues to say people in another party hates America, that person is a liar, and the truth is not in them. If they say that other anybody in the other party wants to destroy the country, that person is a liar. So the two parties supposed to have two different points of views. Some we don't have to agree, but they still represent United States citizens. So we need to squash this political identity. Really, oh my goodness, we need to leave this in 2025. Um, Going on to Q. I just got a few more minutes to hit my hour. Q, quitting too early. Quitting too early. Leaving when discomfort shows up. Which leaving when it gets hard. Leaving when you can't figure it out. That's not when it's time to quit. Time to push through. So be leaving quitting in 2025. Yeah, we don't need that. Leaving quitting in 2025. Um, Going on to R, um, being rude. So another, before we were talking about one about people needing to vent. This time I'm talking about people just being rude, and they being rude and say different things rudely, And and it goes back to the political environment that we're in. Some people are saying things that they shouldn't say, being rude, um, but they claim, they say, I'm just being real. I just got to be real. I got to tell my truth. Your truth is a lie. A lot of times your truth is a lie. I'm just being real. I'm just trying to be real. It's really being rude. No, we leaving that rudeness. Leave that rudeness in 2025. All right, we made it to S. We made it to S. Strolling. Y'all doing a lot of strolling. What's mean strolling? You stroll. Boop, 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 boop. Well, some people ain't about on that dating app. Swipe left, swipe right. Just strolling, strolling, um, and gaining nothing. Well, do you have something set up where you actually learning while you're strolling, or are you getting fed the same message um, to make you upset with the other party? Going back to the party again, the algorithms feed you what you want to be fed, what you consume. A lot of times it's not you, not even you, but algorithms. They want you to stay up there. They want you to stay up there so they can continue. They just keep on feeding you the same stuff that you've seen before. And what's so funny is when you could talk to someone from, it's not talking about the parties again, you could talk to someone from a different party. They see a different view of everything. Why? And I'm like, we're in the same world. We got the same internet. We got everything the same, but it's not the same. The algorithms is giving you one thing, and the algorithm is giving and letting other person see other views. So now you got constant videos of two different things. So now you got two different ideas of what's going on. So now y'all bumping heads. I'm like, I just saw this on TikTok. I just saw this on TikTok. I just saw this on Facebook. I saw this on Facebook. Two different things. So the algorithms are involved. So we need to be careful. We need to be careful. And it was just something I just thought. People tell you, do your research. All the time, do your research. Do your research on COVID. Do your research on this. Do your research on getting shots. Do your research on the pit. What kind of research you going to do? You're not going to go into no lab and do no testing. So you can't do that research. What research? So now you got to go and watch some videos. That's what we do, watch some videos. But what we tend to do is watch videos of people that's going to tell us what we want to hear in the first place. So that's all. This is what I believe. So now I'm going to go watch these videos. So they saying what I thought already. That's wrong. How do you change that? I'm talking to the believers. This thing is called discernment. So pray for discernment and pray for the Holy Spirit to stir up discernment. And so then when you are looking at the truth, He'll let you know. You get a good feeling. This is the truth. Keep watching. That's how. Keep watching. You're gonna learn something from this. Then, if something is a lie and it's bad, I can hit play for a couple of seconds. Click. Oh nope, got to get out of here. Something wrong with that. Something wrong with that information. I don't care how pretty she is. I don't care how nice he dressed. I don't care how famous they are. I don't. They got a big platform or they mega pastor. They blah blah blah. I don't care. It didn't line up with my spirit. That means it didn't line up with the word of God. I don't need to hear it. But that's why I ask you to pray for. We made it to T. Trauma. Trauma as a badge. Never being healed. Only identify with the pain. Some people that every time you talk to them, they talk about the same thing that happened to them years ago. Let's say something happened to them when they was a child, and they keep talking about that. So they're stuck at that point, and they can't can't get past that. And then some people don't want to be helped because they are comfortable, or so not right now they identify themselves with that trauma. That's it. So um, I let me think of something. I fell off a bicycle and fell over into a ditch. So I could never ride a bicycle again because I fell off the bicycle and ran into the ditch. So now for the rest of your life, you can continue to tell people why you don't like bicycles because you fell the bicycle and ran into a ditch instead of getting back up, getting on the bicycle and going about your life. So, but it's I don't know if there was a good example, but it's certain people that's their badge of honor to keep talking about what happened, and then they, especially men, men try to, some husbands, so many men, we try to fix stuff or try to figure out a way to fix stuff. But we can't always do that. Another subject, another time. But um, oh, I forgot. I forgot. So time to move on. Time is moving. All right, move on to you. Unrealistic expectation. Unrealistic expectation. And not only that, if somebody keeps, I don't know if this can come out right. If somebody keeps hurting or somebody keeps letting you down by not meeting your expectations, you know what you need to do? Do you know what you need to do to solve the problem? Do you know what to do? Do you know what to do? What you need to do is really simple. If your expectations is up here and you get upset because they only reach it to here, what you need to do to stop the problem? You can keep on nagging at them for not coming to there. Lower your expectation. I'm not saying settle. Right, this totally different. I'm like, lower your expectation. Then they ain't not gonna hurt your feelings because you wasn't expecting. So now if they did above and beyond, you good. But then I'm talking a little trick for a wife. Now if a wife, a lot of times they up here and their husband is right there. And then just what if she lowers, and then husbands too. Well, if you husbands lower your expectation down here and encourage your spouse in positive encouragement. Guess what? Positive encouragement. When they do something right, they don't do everything that you want to do, but you commended them on what they did right. Uh, you keep on encouraging them, helping them instead of badgering them. See now, where were you at? You was already up here before. See now you done got them up here, but a lot of times you up here and lower your expectation and encourage them. And I can't guarantee. I want to bet you. I want to bet you that's going to improve if you come at it with that direction. Lower your expectation, and now you're not going to get all upset and mad and angry because they didn't reach your expectation. You done lowered your expectation. I'm not saying um, uh, I guess I need an example. Um, just people constantly letting you down. If they constantly letting you down, why? He's always late. Okay, so if the person is, oh, they've been late, your wife been late for 15 years, and you keep on getting stressed out. Okay, you know what time. If you done been, it's like she be late 15 years. She always get there at 9 o'clock, and okay, so now you know the pattern, so you can lower your expectation and adjust it and work with the 9 o'clock and encourage it instead of being up there mad and angry and nagging. Lower your expectation, and now you lower your expectation. Now the expectation is 9 o'clock, and now you did so good getting there at 9 o'clock. Instead of I'm mad at you, I'm mad at you for getting there at 9 o'clock. Now I'm so glad that you got there at 9 o'clock. You done pumping her head up like, oh man, he telling me he glad I got there at 9 o'clock. Watch this. I'm gonna get there at quarter till. See that just a different change of attitude changes the atmosphere. And my time is up, but I'm at you, the victim only, the victim. So there's so many people, they screaming at people, calling them saying, y'all keep on being a victim, but then they turn around. That's all they talk about, how they the victim. That is crazy. So this victim stuff, how in the world the people that caused all, it's like uh, a bully come and punch you in the eye, give you a black eye and bloody nose, and they tell you stop being a victim, and then telling you you're not a victim, you need to shut up, and then they go and get on TV and complain about their fist. They're a victim because their fist got hurt from hitting you in the eye. That's what I see today. That's exactly what I see today. The person causing the problem are pretending they the victims. I digress. We moving on. W, we can't do it. We That's about to we can't. That's in relationships, on jobs, different places with the I. If like back to the I, and then this is back to the we. A group of people saying what they can't do. This is not possible. So we be stepping out on faith. So we gonna do better. We are gonna make it. We're gonna reach the goal. We're gonna do what we set our minds to or plan out to do. So we are going to do it. We're not going to um um yeah, we're not gonna back to the G. We're not gonna give up. All right. Moving on to X. So I got a X. I got a two things for X. They mean two different things. No, they mean no. They just what I mean. What do I mean? I'll tell you what I mean. Xing people out too fast. So that's the one. Sometimes we cut people off too early, so we don't know how to have conflict resolution. So it's some people that should be in your life. Some people they trying to bring you correction. They might be judging you or teaching you or correcting you or telling you you shouldn't do this or do that. It's something that should be, say. Now you cut them off. Oh, I don't. Ooh, they got to go. They can't tell me what to do. And sometimes that's the person that you need in your life. So we don't need to X out everybody, but big juicy but. On the other hand, we can still use the X for lead your exes in 2025. Something y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking to. Is some people got some exes that they should have left. Man, some of y'all should have left them jokers back in 2023, 24, 22. These jokers should have been left all those years ago, but you keep on dragging these exes along year after year after year. Why are you still dragging that ex along? So I'm telling you, at the same time, giving you the permission to leave that ex, leave that mex, all that, leave it all, let it go, let it go. Nope. Y'all ain't getting back. Y'all don't supposed to be together, and y'all ain't gonna get back together. Let it go. Move on. Let it. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt you more. You keep on holding on to the ex. Let it go. Some of y'all, somebody, I don't know, y'all know who it is. Somebody is an ex that you've been holding on, and this joker is causing pain. Your hand probably bleeding for trying to hold on. You're going through so much turmoil by holding on to something that you're supposed to been let go, and you can't get what God got for you because you're still holding on to something that don't supposed to be in your hand. You got your hands holding on to something that you don't supposed to be holding on to, and what God got for you over here is waiting, and you holding on to this. Hey Lord, what are you gonna do? When are you gonna help me? He's like, it's right here, right there. But you holding on to that, kind of like the monkey. Y'all know how they catch monkeys? Pastor RJ. This Pastor RJ was his birthday. Um, he told us a story about how they catch monkeys in one of the countries I think it was Liberia. What they would do is they would take a jar and mount it on something. Like they mount it onto a tree or to the ground or whatever. And the opening to the jar is big enough. You say I got a big old hand, but the hand the monkey stick the hand in like this. Whoop, they grab the peanuts. Whoop, and then they can't get the hand out. So the monkeys are so stubborn, they do not let the peanuts go. They like that, so they're trapped because they won't let go. They are trapped because they won't let go. I'm gonna say it one more time. They trapped because they won't let go. Hmm? So now the people who love monkey brains, that's what's sad. They go up there, and the monkey is like still won't let go. When they see the people, they know they're going to come bring them harm to them. They still won't let go, and people just walk up to them and kill them, and they eat the brains right out there. Eesh. But what's damage is happening to you for holding on to something that you shouldn't be holding on to. All right, I'm telling you, let it go. I'm over time, but I got a little bit more. Why? You owe me mindset. Back to those datings, going on dates. You owe me. You owe me that entitlement. Could have went and eat entitlement without contribution. You owe me. You're supposed to take me out. Take me out to a fancy restaurant. You're supposed to pay for my nails. You're supposed to pay for my hair. You're supposed to pay for my dessert. You're supposed to pay for flour. You're supposed to do all this. You owe me all of this. And what do I get in return? Oh, you just my friend. We just friends. Yeah, you just my friend. So you all right. Yeah. So we leaving that. Anyway, we leaving that. Leaving that you owe me mindset. We leaving that in 2025. And the Z, we made it to Z. We made it. Zero boundaries, saying yes to everything, and then end up resenting everyone. Whew, that hurt. That hurt me. Whew, I felt that one. Saying yes to everything and resenting everyone, trying to please everybody or letting everybody in. So I'm not that, but there's a lot of people trying to help everybody. It's some mean people out there. So I'm not. So y'all know good and well I'm not talking to y'all mean people. But it's some people that try to be nice or kind. Nice. There's a difference between nice and kind. Did a whole show about that. But and it would have no boundaries, and they feel bad. I think, but kind of like my mom was one like that. They feel bad. I'm talking the ones. I'm talking the mamas. You know the mamas that are struggling because they got this certain child that keep on coming to them month after month, needing money to uh, pay the light bill or so need a little money on the rent, need a little money on the car note, don't have the money for insurance every single month, every month. They come to mama about something, then mama trying to figure out how she paying her rent, how she paying her mortgage, how she paying her bills. But she keep on doing it for the child. See, the child done got the mama is, they done budget the mama is the one taking the care of these other bills. I did a whole show about that, about uh, how some parents are in bondage to their children. They're in bondage, so the parents supposed to be, have a budget. So both of y'all, so that the child has budgeted they didn't write it down. They might didn't write it down, but they know the budget. So I make $2,000. I'm gonna spend 1,500 on my bills, spend 500 for fun, and then go get the other 500 for my mom because I can't cut out my fun. If she do it, I know what to say. I know what strings to pull. I know what to do. I just got to say this and say that and say this and that. And some women do that to men too. Um, And well, all right, men too. All right, I'm not gonna say men can do the same thing. Men do it. So they know what strings, what type of person they know what strings, and they affect people's lives. So I was like, it's like, Mama, you either gonna stop, continue. You know, I'm telling people on a regular basis. It's all a person's always asking, either stop giving it to them or put it in your budget. Stop lying to yourself. Put it in your budget. So now if you put in your budget, and then you can see, can I afford keep on giving them money every month, especially if they don't give it back. So we're gonna leave the zero boundaries. We're gonna set up like starting today, starting tonight. You go ahead and find out address. Think of it in your head. If you got to write it down, write it down. Write down the people who you already know. You ain't got to write it down. You know the people that you need to set boundaries with. The people that you need to probably lead them. You know, we still got to deal with them in 2025, but if, like money, cut them off. Zero. That's how much. Yeah, give them the Z. Zero. That's how much you give them at the strike of midnight. You give them zero after that. Zero. No more. Cut them off. They can be fussing, kicking, and screaming, mad, and you can be upset, and they can be upset, but it don't matter. You can have more money when they can be mad, and you can still have your money. So you end up not being as mad. So ain't no need for both of y'all being mad. So you got your money, they mad, kicking and screaming. You know, all they're gonna do is go find somebody else to get it from. Yep, that's it. Um, so I hope y'all learned something. Did you learn something? So this taught me, and I hope it taught you also, taught you something, um, where we're trying to do better in 2026. Also, so we'll be making these clips. These clips gonna be going around um, for probably next week or two, whatever Facebook uh, plan on doing. But I pray everybody have a great year. Um, what am I trying to say? So we just went from A to Z, all the different things that we're going to leave in 2025. 2026 is going to be a great year. Share the video. It's a lot of good information in this video. So I'm asking you to share the video. I got some really good news. Got some good news. I'm going to be announcing that, releasing that tomorrow after the year comes in. So God is good. Um, I'm working on a lot. I got some books that's gonna be coming out this year. Even I got look. I'm working on a coloring book too. Look at that coloring book. I'm working on the. How did I do that? Right there. The coloring book. I'm still learning AI like crazy. Oh my goodness, so much AI. It's mind-boggling. But I'm trying to find the right program, the right software to do what I need to get it to do what I need to do. A lot of stuff that I'm working with is not doing it, so I'm testing all these different things, and I'm going to be doing some more AI training. I got people already asking me when I'm going to do the training. There's so many people on AI is like just I don't know if it's like again. Let's go back to algorithms. I don't know if y'all see it. See like every other ad is AI. This person got an AI conference. This person got an AI conference. This doing AI. I'm like, good gracious. But then the other one, I got all these different people want to sell the program. So AI it's exploded. It's everywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's a tool. You either use a tool for good or use a tool for evil. It's your choice. I choose to use it for good, and um, and I try to teach people about it. All right. So I ask everybody to join us and watch us on Purpose Inspired um, TV. We're on Roku and Fire TV. And I believe I'm going to change my time. I really don't even announce what time I usually come on, but I believe I'm going to change. I could be wrong, but I think I'm going to change my time to 11 a.m. daily. We may be live tomorrow. We got a great Emancipation Proclamation. Um, it's, I messed their name up. We got some different people that we can be working with. Also, they got an event tomorrow. A lot of people doing a lot of events tomorrow, and also look for us we should be broadcasting live. I think we're going to be the only TV channel broadcasting live from the Martin Luther King parade here in Jacksonville. And I think since I done said it, somebody else probably going to try to do it now too. But uh, it's really official that we're going to be the channel, so that we're working on getting more events, more things to really get the channel out there, really get it going, and working on getting support and able to help even more people to get their content on the channel. All right. I hope you learned something. Again, like, share. I got enough. Ooh, oh, I got so much. I um got some music out. We have a music channel now. I'm gonna have some more channels, but I'm just gonna tell a few people, I'm not telling everybody. But we have a new Facebook channel that's just gonna have gospel music on it that I've created, and music videos. We're up and running, so it's called Purpose Inspired TV Music. But so I let y'all know a little bit more, but it is up and running. Um, but yeah, God is good, doing a whole lot of stuff, putting out music, got books coming out, cartoon, AI. I've just been working on a whole lot of different things, and I just can't wait to see how God bless it, how God let it take off. All right, until next time, I probably don't see y'all again until next year. So goodbye 2025. Hello 2026, everybody. Be blessed. All right, all right, all right, all right. God bless. Let me know how I can help you. So I'm looking for my button. I'm supposed to push this button right here.